Minas and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sasha. I like to cook, I like to travel, and I've recently picked up my favorite hobby that I had to quit for quarantine, which was ice skating. And I should have thought about this sooner, and I kind of did. You might remember a video where I unboxed a pair of Impala skates. That was an impulse buy, largely based on the fact that I was mainlining cardcaptor soccer at that point, and I really just wanted to be her, so I got the skates that looked the most like hers, and they were very aesthetically pleasing, but I only used them like 2 or 3 times, and I found that it didn't really give me the ice feel that I was looking for, or like the ability to practice anything that I would need to know to regain the skills that I had learned on the ice for figure skating. I made the really tough decision to go ahead and sell those, and so I hope whoever bought them is enjoying them, and I miss them and they were cute and you know I love them, but I was looking for something that's more ice friendly, ice specific, that would allow you to get onto the edges of the wheels, practice things like jumps and spins. So I ended up having to buy another pair of skates, which is what this video is about. It's not going to be an unboxing because frankly it's skates in a box and I've already opened it, but I wanted to talk through my experience with buying through this company. I wasn't able to find a lot of information about it beforehand, so I just wanted to put that information out there for anyone who is considering buying inline blades that have an ice-like feel. So I did a lot of research and came up with 2 brands that I was between. One's literally called Off Ice, they're great, and the other's called Golden Horse. Off Ice was not shipping until late this month, so today is April 25th. They weren't shipping until late April, so I think that those skates are going out now, and so I feel pretty confident in my decision going with the company Golden Horse, which got here before then. So as you can see, they are in fact here. Honestly, this packaging is fantastic. It's wonderful, and I don't know, I'm just really into it. Golden Horse is a company that has been established since 1969. I think they're based out of Taiwan. My skates did ship from Szechuan, China, so if I said that right. And so I think that their manufacturing's in different places. They do custom ice skating boots, they do custom inline boots, they do quad roller skates if you're into these, and frankly it was just like a really cool way to get like very kind of customized boots. After I did all my poke arounds, I ended up on I think it's ghskates.myshopify.com. Obviously the link is in the bio. This is not sponsored, I just want to put information out there. But hey, Golden Horse, you know, I love you, you love me, just saying. I didn't think twice from ordering from the site, but then when I started thinking about it, I was like, oh, that could have been totally a scam site. So I'm here to show you that is in fact not a scam site at all. Don't be worried like I was even after I hit the checkout button, so like caution to the wind, my friends. I was very into buying skates. I spent an entire Saturday watching Criminal Minds and ordering these. So they have a lot of product types. The boots themselves are rated the same way an ice skating boot would be rated. So based on the type of skill that you are trying to do, you will need a boot that is commensurately supportive to do that. So I ended up getting the LT Glides. These are my skates. They are rated up to double jumps and can be higher if I replace the boot, which I don't want to do right now because I can't do a lot of single jumps yet. But my goal, my ultimate goal, is to be able to do doubles in my adult amateur figure skating career. So I went ahead and got these boots. I'm okay with them being a little more stiff than other boots because I have little wobbly ankles. I can't tell you how many times I sprained my ankles playing soccer as a child, walking down the hallway as a child. I almost did it last weekend walking the dog. There was one rock and I just went plop, and then I was like, oh, that almost ended my entire skating career. But it didn't. I was fine. I was fine. So I'm okay with the extra support. There is something to be concerned about over booting, which would make it hard for you to learn any skills at all. Again, listen to your coach, listen to your body. Talk to a pro shop skate fitter. They're going to be able to fit you in a way that makes sense and talk about the problems that you have and get you in the right spot. I actually just got an actual pair of figure skates sized, and they should be arriving next week, so maybe we can talk about that at a later date if you're interested. But anyway, I digress. So like I said, I got pretty stiff boots. You can see that like It's very hard for me to like squish these. I'm trying not to squish too hard because I want the stiffness to stay, so it's like, you know, it's a good time. This is a good supportive boot. You can see in here you've got the padding on the side to lock your heel in for when you do jump. So yeah, I think I went with a really good choice. The other great thing about this company is that you answer a set of questions that'll say like your age, your weight, your skill level, things like that, so that way they know that you're getting the right boot and you're not getting into a wrong boot that could potentially hurt you. I went with the Avent LT blade set. I guess this would be called a blade on a figure skate, but I guess it's a blade here too. And just calling out some of the differences between these and my Impalas, it's obviously just 3 wheels. These skates all go into a different position, so that way if you want to focus more on something, you can make your middle wheel be more like your rocker on an ice skating blade, etc, etc, etc. So these move up and down, this moves left and right, and this moves up and down as well to customize your skating experience to whatever you're working on. So that's really cool. I'm leaving them flat for now until I get my life together. I have worn these for 3.5 minutes in my kitchen, so you know, I'll figure it out. And when I figure it out, I'll tell you about it. Because who doesn't want to know about inline blade positions? Thanks for letting me geek out, guys. I appreciate it. The other weird thing about ordering was that there's not a size option, and this actually ended up being really great because I can't tell you how many times I've ordered the wrong shoe size and I'm like an adult and my feet have stopped growing a long time ago. What they have you do, and this is where my question mark started coming up because I was like giving strangers on the internet pictures of my feet for free. But they have you take a series of photos. I'll post the instructions here while I talk through it, but a series of photos where you stand on a ruler and take the measurements that way to make sure that they get you in the right size boot. So these ended up being a 5. I don't know that they're custom made for me, but I know for sure that they fit because they fit great. I was honestly very surprised. But they made sure that that you get the boot that you need and you're not trying to guess what number you need. When you send all this information in, they'll respond back to you, they'll confirm. One really cool thing is I had ordered them with a Presto set, so a different set of blades, and they let me know like, hey, these aren't really like what we recommend anymore, especially if you're trying to do off-ice practice. And so I ended up upgrading my blades, so that was just like a really nice way to show that they are paying attention to your order, they care about your skills, and they want to get you in the right set of tools to succeed. So, and they got me to spend more money. So that's great salesmanship, and I really respect that. When I sent my initial foot measurements, I sent it using like my measuring tape that I use for like sewing, and like it's not stretchy at all, it's like a plasticky flex material, but I think that they were concerned that it could be causing some misalignment in the measuring itself, so they had me do it on a ruler as well. So I went down to my local CVS and bought a ruler and resent the pictures, but I appreciate that level of detail. The website says to allow 5 days for sizing and 7 to 14 days for shipping and handling. So I ordered my skates on March 27th and they arrived on April 23rd. And I think that's a couple days more than the typical turnaround time. I think the cloth measuring tape or the fabric measuring tape might have led to some delay. The only weird thing that happened in this experience, like full disclosure, I was sent a shipping notification on April 12th. That tracking number never moved. That's kind of to be expected though, because, you know, COVID, messing with the tracking stuff. So I emailed them on April 20th, I think that Tuesday before they arrived, just to ask them for a status. I didn't get a really clear answer. They just told me that they updated their sales team email address. And then that same day I got a new shipping number and they arrived 3 days later. So, you know, that's the only weird thing that happened. It still got here in a reasonable amount of time and still here before I had ordered the other ones. Price comparable to the other brand, they are more expensive, but I feel very confident in what I got. And also, they're pink. They're pink! And that's important to me. This pink gold combo I really like. I don't love this color and this color together, but that can be fixed with paint, and I'm not concerned about it. My overall thoughts, I think these are well manufactured. They smell like a new car, which to some people that might be a turnoff, but to me, it's very nice. I like it a lot. And it just shows to me that they're probably pretty newly manufactured. So yeah, I think that the company went out of their way to be supportive, to get you what you wanted. I did use promo code Minas to get some amount off, I think 20%. So shout out to you, Joel, thanks for that. And Drew Yuri on Ice Covers, really appreciate that. And yeah, so let me give you a little bit of footage of me putting them on my feet so you know how they fit. And yeah. That is it for my Golden Horse inline skate shopping experience. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it answered some of your questions and made you feel more confident about shopping with this brand. I really like them, and I'm really excited to get to practice off the ice. If you like this video, give it a like, and I hope there'll be some more skating content for you in the future, but we'll see. We'll see. Ice practice is kind of like, there's not a lot of people, but there are quite a few people on the ice. I don't want to like invade anyone's practice time or privacy, so I don't film a lot during practice. But we'll see how that, transcends over time. Thank you again, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye!